Carson. I loved what you did in my butthole last night. Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to episode 10 of the TCCV podcast. We're going to be talking about our senior year this year.
Senior year.
I said senior year.
Yep. I was just
clarifying. Okay. Got you. My bad. I'm your host, Tyler Cowden. My co-host, Carson Van. The one, the only.
Oh.
Now, before we go into talking about our senior year, first off, we gave a keyword last week. It was protein.
Mm-hmm.
Only one person, he texted me. Didn't know the number when it popped up on my phone. Random number, didn't know who it was. Sent it to me. I'm like, okay. And I was texting the person, like, I knew who they were, but I didn't.
Right.
So, and obviously, I texted Carson. I'm like, hey, I just got to text the keyword. I don't know who this is. I sent him the number. It was like, see if you have this in your phone. Found out
it was 612.
No. Found out it was Giovanni Santiago.
So another shout out. Now that we've shouted him out like four times, maybe now.
He wanted me to say, shout out Gio, the best packed basketball shooter ever. That's what he wanted.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Now for onward for the next few episodes, starting this one, we are going to the guest or us, whatever we got going on.
Yep.
The keyword will be just dropped randomly throughout the episode because we don't want people skipping to the end of it. So it'll be dropped randomly. We will look at the camera and go silent for 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So
whatever it is.
We're obviously not going to tell you what the code word is, but it'll be just dropped randomly.
Yeah.
But you gonna ask me how my week is, or are we just gonna?
Oh yeah, I forgot. All right, my bad.
No, don't dap me up for that. Ask me how my week was.
I don't want to anymore. I'm kidding. How was your week?
4-day weekend.
I can barely see you through this. I can barely. Okay, all right.
4-day weekend. I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for my job.
W.
I was sick.
W.
Streamed Fortnite for 9 hours on
Sunday.
Sunday.
You suck at that game. So
9 hours. Check out my Twitch. It's Juiciest Apple Juice. Twitch.
when we play Madden together, you should watch. But he sucks at Fortnite.
I'm pretty good at it. No, that was a great 4-day weekend. Today sucked. Because we're recording Monday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This Monday felt like it was a 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
But how was your week?
Pretty good. I also had a 4-day week.
Did you actually?
I don't.
That's right.
No, Thanksgiving was good. I had like 3 Thanksgivings I had to go to, so that was
sick
wild.
Though. That's so nice. Do you like Thanksgiving food?
I didn't even eat that much.
Yeah, it's your word.
I ate a lot of apple pie though. I love myself some apple pie.
Okay.
But Thanksgiving was good. I mean, that was about it. I didn't have the Vikings to watch on Sunday because they play tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But
gonna lose the Bears. But
they're not gonna lose the Bears. But no sports.
Yep. Without further ado, as well, we'd like to introduce our guest for this week.
Well, now you just threw that off. I mean, you see a floating mic. We have another
Chase
guest.
Conradi.
Chase Conradi.
Get in here. Whoa, that is really loud. That is really loud.
That was my bad.
Let's go. Hey,
my bad.
Dap him.
That was
Dap
good.
him. Dap him up.
No, that was good. Sorry.
All right.
That's my fault.
All right, boys. Senior year.
Senior year.
Senior year. I'm pretty sure we were all in PSO.
We were all in PSO. I think me and Chase were at AR. You were at
North Hennepin.
North Hennepin Community College.
Love that lib school. So, first thing I want to start off with, we started off with this in almost every single other one, sports. That's always a pretty good one. I played soccer, baseball. You played
baseball.
Oh, you still played. That's right.
And basketball.
And you just played. Oh, you played soccer.
I played soccer
and basketball.
I played soccer.
Was that your first year in soccer?
First year, last year, rookie year, vet year.
Still got more playing time than me.
Hey, bench mob for life, baby.
Bench mob was a lot of fun. So tell me, you guys got any stories about basketball specifically?
Oh, it was a wild year. I'll just say that.
It was
hated it.
It was a weird year. It was a very weird year just because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we only had like 6 people allowed in the gym at a time or something.
Yeah.
So just so different. So
Yeah.
like energy levels, just like the way you played,
Yeah.
everything was so weird.
Because you had to play with masks then too.
Oh, that
That's
was
right.
bad.
That's right. I remember that.
Caleb Pratt didn't, because he had a doctor's note that he didn't
Caleb
have
Pratt.
to.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't have to. No, it was just weird. Because then it was also like we had to play the same team in the same week.
What?
We would, so like the first week of games was against Heritage. We would play them on like Monday of that week, Monday or Tuesday, and then we'd play them again on like Thursday. Because if somebody on one of the teams caught COVID, you're still playing that team, so you couldn't have contracted it to another team.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's
it
so
did.
weird.
It didn't make sense,
We
but it was a
played
rule that they could throw at us.
Yeah,
so.
we maybe played like 2 or 3 non-conference games.
Wow.
Otherwise, it was mostly just conference games, and it was such a weird year.
Well, was it still a fun year?
No,
It wasn't.
for me it wasn't.
I had fun.
Okay,
I
okay.
still, I don't know. It's hard for me to not have fun
Yeah.
playing basketball. And it's like, I don't know. There was enough good parts of the season to where I can look back and like still respect it, just because like, yeah, it was very different, but we were also living in a very different world.
Yeah.
So like it just kind of called for it. The situation called for it.
Yeah.
So no, there were still things that I enjoyed about it. I think I could have enjoyed it a lot more. But it was cool.
The only time I enjoyed it was when I was doing good.
Doing well.
Good.
Anyways,
It was.
that was, I remember going to the tournament or something
It
like
was
that.
our last section
It was
game.
the last section game,
That I hate.
and I was waiting outside, and everyone just comes out crying. I was like, okay, what are these guys
My
doing?
fault.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah. So it was just we had dedicated 10 years of our life, like literally 10 years of our life to this, like together.
Right.
And it was the 4-5 matchup. We were at their place. And we actually played pretty
Oh,
well.
it was a close game.
I was there. It was a great game.
Yeah, we played pretty well. Even like Victor was a freshman. He was playing.
Yeah.
Victor Naiboto. Sorry.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
Full name,
first
full
last
name.
name. I forget that. So it was like in a weird season. It was a weird way to end it. And then I just remember I heard you guys on a different episode. You were saying, "Oh, it's Chase's fault 'cause he started crying." You're right. I think I was the first one. But for me, what it was is I actually, when we were all sitting in there, it was quiet. I saw Coach.
Oh.
He walked in and he had a very different. My cousin, so I've known him for a while. But he had a very different. He carried himself very differently than he usually did after games. So that kind of threw a wrench into things. And then also Coach in, and he was like shaken up. So then I was like, all right. I was like, waterworks. Sorry.
Yeah.
For
me, it was you, because you were straight across from me, and I was looking straight at the ground. So when I looked up, it was you. Somebody else might have been crying, but
Chase, Tyler, then it just started.
I think there was probably more people.
Everybody
after Chase started, but I just remember for me it was I looked up and Chase was right across from me, and that's who I saw.
So what was the goodbye speech like?
I don't remember it at all.
Goodbye speech.
Was there a goodbye speech?
I don't know if there was that night.
No.
I think Coach had just told us to like hold our heads high. I think he just told us like, "Hey, be proud of what you did." Like he told us like he's like, "You guys played good. Like it sucks to lose and this hurts, but like you guys are able to say that you did the best you could." So, which like okay.
From what I remember, I think you guys held it pretty close until the last. You guys just fell
It was
apart.
like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he put me back in.
Oh, that's not.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not score. I don't think I scored that game, and if I did, it was 1 point.
Oh, you scored.
Because I didn't want to.
No, you scored.
No. Because I
There's
remember.
no way we were capable of scoring.
No, that was
70 points without you.
You did.
Really?
Because I remember in the first half, I missed an open 3, which that was fine. But then I missed a wide open layup, and that's when I got in my head a lot, and that's when I was like, I don't want to shoot anymore. So like every time I caught the ball, I got rid of it right away.
Dang.
And then I remember I cried at halftime because we got out after halftime, and usually when there's time on the clock, you go shoot around. So people are shooting around. I just went and sat on the bench. I didn't want to shoot around, and I think it was, or I just name dropped him. Bleep that out. Bleep it out.
Master editor.
Master editor.
You gotta bleep that out. He came up and he's like, "Go shoot around." I was like, "I don't want to." He was like, "Just go shoot around, whatever." So I go out there and I'm like lollygagging, and I'm kind of just like throwing the ball up, and I go back, and the other coaches, you named out the coaches too.
Oh, oops.
I just
Bleep those out from earlier.
Yeah. they like pulled me off and like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't want to be here. I was like, nothing is gonna go in. I don't have any confidence. No shots are gonna go in. Like, if you give me the ball and you want me to shoot, it's not gonna go in. I can promise you that. They're like, Tyler, we're gonna need you at some point. I'm like, it's not gonna happen. But then he started me in the half and took me out after like 3 minutes. And I sat on the bench till towards the end because then I think Peter Corbett got into foul trouble. And he was like, Tyler, we're gonna need you at a big point. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Went out there. I think I got fouled on a layup, and I might have made one of the free throws if I was lucky.
Was it like a nerves thing?
No,
or was it a confidence thing?
Something in that summer going into our senior year, I just woke up one day and I had zero confidence in everything that I did.
Just ironic considering how junior year went.
Oh, junior year, yeah. I was not afraid to shoot the ball, but senior year
3-point record.
Yeah.
But I did have good games my senior year. I don't know how.
For sure.
At Spectrum.
That was a fun game.
That was such a fun
That was a
game.
very fun game.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Senior year, you pissed me off in baseball. We're not
we'll
gonna get to that right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about soccer because senior year soccer, I had what 4 goals and I was a bench player. 3 or 4 goals and I was a bench player. All I would do, ready? Brock Jameson would be the other. He would be the striker, and I was the other forward.
What's a striker?
It's the one. Yeah, you're basically the one that should score the goals.
Okay, I don't know soccer, so.
But so Brock was a defensive player, and whenever he got put up front, I swear I would score every time, because Brock would shoot the ball, goalie would get it, but I'd be right on the other side, and I'd tap it in. It'd be like the easiest goals of my life. But the one goal that I will never live down is my header, the corner kick from Jace at our home field on the left side. So if we're looking from that way, looking into the river, it was from the left side. Yep.
Oh, you could.
It was against Spectrum. I believe it was against Spectrum.
When half our players were out.
Yep. And I don't even know because I closed my eyes. You're not supposed to close your eyes when you header it. I jumped. I felt it contact, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I land on the ground. I look, and I see it just barely hit the corner. I turn around and Brock's full sprinting at me. I was like, huh? And everyone's like, ah! And I was like, what?
You don't close your eyes when you give head?
No, I usually leave it open, eye contact.
Fair.
But no, that's the biggest thing from senior year is that and just sitting on the bench, just hanging out.
So fun.
I want to go back to that Spectrum game. Chase did hit a game winner over Landon Siegel because they were running a box and 1 on me.
Fair.
What?
Bro, that
I don't.
so
you're talking to me like I know what basketball. Like
that's right. I forgot, and some people probably don't know. So when you're a shooter, a school shooter like I was, it's just a joke now. At this point, it's just become a joke. Teams, if they know you, they run what is like a box and 1, or sometimes they ran a triangle and 2.
Amoeba.
Oh my gosh! And basically, they just like their 2 best defenders just go and face guard you. And they follow you around. They don't look at where the ball.
2 of them? Why 2 of them?
Well, no. A triangle and 2 is if there's 2 guys that you want to face guard to not catch the ball. Basically, the point is to make sure that those players don't catch the ball. The other guys just kind of sit in the paint and let anybody else.
That's the thing.
Score. Yeah, and it got ran on me a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a box and 1. 2 guys would sit in the paint, and then their best guy would just chase me around.
That sounds
to make sure
not
I wouldn't
fun.
catch the ball, and that's what they were doing on the last play. And Chase was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Dunked on him, did a windmill.
That's right.
But
Spectrum was a unique team with it.
Yeah.
Spectrum was really unique with it because they were I think they did the box in 1 with the 1 being Femrite.
Oh God, I hated that kid.
Dude, he was a good defender though.
He was a good defender.
He was a good defender. That's probably why you hated him. But the rest of their guys, like they were good defenders, but like he was definitely their best defender in my opinion. He definitely shot blocker.
Was. Yeah.
Like on ball defender, he was really good.
Yeah.
So that took him out of the play for everyone else. So then Jordan Stone ran high post, I ran short corner. I know you don't know what this means.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
but it worked.
Victor was the one that passed
it worked.
to you.
Yeah, on that play, Victor drove in and he made the right play.
Yeah, that was.
Landon actually claimed. Landon was the guy that was guarding me down there, and he's got a lot of height on me.
Yeah.
He said he felt it. He said he felt the ball. He grazed it with his
really.
Fingertip. Yep. So
that's sick.
But
wow.
But no soccer stories though.
I guess for me, my soccer story would be just the fact of how I played soccer.
Yeah.
So again,
It was
not
the
a
speed.
soccer
It was
player.
the speed. It was the speed.
Yeah, but also it was like I'm talking about the story of like how I came to like join the team. It was literally like me and my buddy we were sitting there. My buddy and I, we were sitting there. And, it ultimately just became one of those things where we were like, hey, there's nine of our guys who are already playing, and that's big numbers at a small school. And it just became one of those things like, hey, I'll do it if you do. So we did, and it was Jordan Stone.
Was that okay?
So we the next day we showed up to the soccer tryouts, and the rest is history. So it was just kind of like a spur of the moment decision, but it was like really fun. Like I'll die on the hill of saying that soccer is one of the most fun sports to play, but you have to give it a chance. Because I did soccer for 18 years.
Really?
And then I played, and then I was like, oh my goodness, like I wish I played my entire life. So much fun.
Well, because like even I obviously I wasn't in the shape to play soccer, but I still had such a fun time. It's one of those things where it's not too much of a contact sport, but you can make it a contact sport. You really can. Like it can get pretty aggressive. But no, that senior year was a lot of fun.
Didn't you win the conference? That year?
I think so.
We did.
I think so. Yeah, we had a pretty good team. We really did.
Soccer and baseball are the only two to win conference. I think those are like the first conference championships that our school has ever had in any sport.
Really?
Well, okay, not yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, They just had to put a banner up.
Dance.
They don't have conference championships.
I was gonna say,
I think most of like the conference wins conference and dance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it's because they just had to put a banner up with conference champions, and it was the soccer and then the baseball.
I hate that our shirts for baseball say co-conference champions.
Yeah, they couldn't just make it say
Weren't you co-champions?
I think yeah, technically yeah,
but if you look at the score, didn't we have a game on them?
No,
it's because they tied or something.
Are we going into baseball? I can explain it.
Yeah.
Okay, so because it was a 3-way tie, it was us, West Lutheran, and Lester Prairie. We split with Lester Prairie. Wow. We beat them once and lost them once. West Lutheran, they beat us at their place. And the last week before sections, they were supposed to come to us and play us in the second game. Right. It got rained out. So our coach called them like, hey, we need to reschedule. But they already had 2 more games left in that week. And they didn't want to add a third. And they also didn't want to cancel the 2 that they had. So we couldn't play that second game, and I think our coach took it to the board when every coach in the conference met, and was like, "Well, we didn't get another chance to play West Lutheran, so we should be added to the conference champions because we technically, not that we would have won. They were going to throw throw their best pitcher, Joe Chansky.
Yeah, we would have gotten dusted for sure.
Yeah, name drop. We would have. Well, he watches this, so. Yeah, they were gonna throw him, so we wouldn't have won anyways. But yeah, because we didn't get that other chance,
I'll take it.
We got
game is game, bro.
When he told us, and we had no nobody cheered, nothing. You remember that? It was senior night. Oh yeah,
because I was crying because I was pissed off.
Senior night.
Yeah. I got all pissed because we weren't trying.
Oh yeah,
I was like, so we just came here. Why did we get suited up then? I was all pissed.
You know, I'm pretty sure it was senior night. He like lined us up behind home plate, and then like announced it that we won co-conference champions, and none of it. Like most people would be like, oh my gosh, yeah. And we were just like, nice.
Yeah,
we had zero care.
Well, because
job's not finished.
I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those things where I heard him say it, and I was like, I didn't even know what that meant.
I didn't either. I'm not. It did not click in my brain. It didn't
register
until it took a little while, and I'm like, oh wait, we won the conference.
Once I got the shirt, I was like, oh,
we did.
The shirt was the nail in the coffin. Okay.
Oh,
that's funny.
So,
baseball, man.
There's so many baseball stories.
Oh, yeah,
Chase, you're gonna love these. So,
can I start?
I got one.
Hang on. So I'm gonna start at the first game of the season.
I want to start before that.
Oh, okay, bet. I'm down.
Okay,
I'm down.
So we co-opted with another school. Not gonna name drop them. And usually, if you co-op with another school, you get multiple kids out of it. We got one. We got one player, AJ Cargill.
Aaron James
Cargill. We got one guy out of this co-op. So we got moved up to 2A.
Yeah.
For one player. Don't get me wrong. I think without AJ, we wouldn't have won the conference.
Oh, no. We wouldn't have gotten anywhere close.
But
the only lefty in basically in the conference.
He was good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to make that sacrifice. We won the conference for it, but we got smoked in the sections game, which we'll get to.
Oh my gosh.
If we didn't co-op with them, I don't think we would have won. Well, I mean, we still might have, because either way, that second West Lutheran game would have gotten rained out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we would have beaten Lester Prairie the first. Actually, no, that first game was really good. I can pull up stats from that. But I don't think we would have won the co-conference champions, but I feel like we could have had a run at state. Because the section tournament that we would have been in sucked. Legacy was the 2 seed.
What?
And we shut them out twice.
Yeah, we destroyed
So
Legacy.
we could have been the 2 seed. The 1 seed is Randolph. They're really good. We probably wouldn't have beat them. But we could have made it as far as the sections finals.
Dang,
for
bro.
a chance at state if we stayed in 1A. But we got moved up to 2A for one kid who, after our senior year, more kids came.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
But
I didn't know that.
They're like, whoa, this school's good.
yeah, and then so that's how it all started. I remember meeting Aaron for the first time.
See, I don't remember that because
It was junior year at a captain's practice. Our coach pulled me, Gio Santiago, and Cooper Kennedy. I think
Gio
we were all
Santiago,
there. Giovanni
Cooper Kennedy,
Santiago,
and
and Cooper Kennedy, and I out and was like, "Hey, the kid from that school is coming to the practice day. Him and his dad. Like, I want you to meet them and like make them feel welcome." And he was super quiet.
he still is.
He's still
He's known us for years, and he still is.
yeah. I wish I could see him and hang out.
We
with
played him in basketball.
Yeah,
He
our
had a
senior
clip.
year twice.
Was he good? I can't remember.
Yeah,
He was really good at basketball.
yeah. I locked him up though.
Aaron James is
We had to face guard him.
an athlete.
Yeah.
Um,
But, yeah, go on first game.
No, I got a story before that too. So, there was a kid, that it was in, freshman, middle school, maybe, I can't remember exactly. We were doing a sliding drill in the gym. I don't know why it was a good idea, but he goes to slide wrist down and he snaps his
Yes.
arm in the gym.
Yeah.
During practice.
Yeah.
And Giovanni
I
Santiago
was there
yells,
too.
"Coach,
Yeah.
coach!" And I'm like, "What?" So I turn around and I see this kid stand up and his
Yeah.
arm is folded down. I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
And so I'm walking out of the gym and I'm like, "Wow." And so Eric Olson, the other coach, brings us into the lunchroom and just starts yapping.
Yeah.
He just
Random
starts
stuff.
yapping about some
I don't
field
know.
positions or
Yeah.
something like that. I was like, okay. I was like, all right.
Oh, that was because it was me and Giovanni Santiago and I.
There you go.
Because it was like we were imitating second base and shortstop,
Mhm.
and we were both there. But once I saw it happen, I turned the other way. It was
Yeah.
good thing Gio had said something, because I looked away. That was bad.
But so this kid was throwing about 80 in high school.
No,
Which-
maybe 70. I'm throwing.
Either way, it's high school.
Yeah, in the conference
Split it
oh
out.
my gosh, conference we played in the 1A, we didn't play good schools, so I didn't
Right.
have to be throwing that hard to do good.
And so it was still fast for all of us in the cage. I was the only person to foul tip his ball. And I go to turn out of the cage, and coach looks at me and he's like, "Okay, next." I was like, "Yeah, no big deal."
You see that?
I anticipated that thing, and hey, listen. If I would have lined that up, bro, that would have been up.
Okay, all right,
Bro, that
stop.
was 450 dead
Stop.
center.
No,
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy hitting in that cage,
right.
especially with like having a white wall behind what you're looking at and seeing a white ball come in. Like,
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing: is the way I did it was I knew you were pitching fast, so I let the first two go, I believe.
kind of judge it, yeah.
Right. And so then I literally because I don't think that was regulation. I don't think
It
you
was.
were. It was. Oh, okay. Well, clearly you're pitching pretty fast then. But yeah, no, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, he lifted his knee. I'm gonna start swinging. That's when I lifted my foot and I literally swung and I foul tipped it. I was like,
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
him,
what?
I'm
You
him.
struck out in the next pitch?
no, I got kicked out of the cage because I foul tipped it or something.
No, because usually they let it go through.
I foul tipped it and then I was out.
Oh,
Oh,
well then
okay.
I don't know. Oh, all right.
I would have
Usually
pieced
they-
you though. Next pitch, I would have for sure
Oh,
pieced you.
you probably foul tipped and our catcher caught it,
Maybe.
because then that's a third strike. That's technically a third strike.
I know how baseball rules work.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, that's the big thing.
that entire year, I didn't take any batting practice in the cage.
I wonder why you suck so bad.
I hit 400. I hit the best on the team.
Anyways.
I hit,
First game of the year.
This is your first time like really knowing Aaron too.
Yep.
AJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron James. Yeah.
Okay.
We were on the bus. No, was this the first game?
Yeah. It was the very first game.
I barely knew the kid. We were all sitting in the back, and my water jug was open.
Yeah.
It's freezing cold, mind you.
It was 20 degrees, 30 degrees.
My water has ice in it, and it falls. He's wearing sandals on his socks.
Yeah.
So he has wet, cold socks the
poor guy.
entirety of the game, and I barely knew the guy. I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry." And this dude, Tyler and Cooper and Gio are all just dying of laughing.
Yeah, because
I'm like,
we hung out with him multiple times. Like we hung out with him multiple times before.
Mm-hmm.
So like we were kind of close with AJ. So we found it hilarious.
I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm
You
sorry."
were constantly. That's when we first like really met Jared too.
Yep, Jared Barsness.
Oh, Jared Barsness, bro.
J-Rod.
I remember because when he was our coach's like intern or something, and like he was at basketball games sitting next to him. I remember always in my head thinking like, did this kid get in trouble or something?
And he was like 15.
Yeah, I did too. And our basketball coach was the one that came over like, "Oh, have you met your coach's intern?" And I'm like, "That's his intern? He looks like he's 15."
I thought I graded your papers.
But so like fast forward,
I love you, Jared.
finds out Jared Barsness is our JV coach. So we're first week of practice. I think it was like the third practice. Our coach had to leave early, and Eric wasn't there yet. So Jared Barsness had to run the practice on his own, barely knowing any of us. And our coach told him to take us outside and hit us fly balls. So we get in two lines. He's trying to hit a fly ball. He cannot do it. He's having so many. He starts just hand throwing them.
Fly ball with Houston cannons.
He was. I'll give him that. 10 minutes in, you can tell that he's slowing down. Me and Gio are in two opposite lines. I look at him. Gio and I look at him. I'm like, Gio, we should probably go help him. So we go up there, like, not really knowing this guy. He's like, do you want help? Do you want us to start hitting the fly balls? He's like, yeah, I'll go catch. So me and Gio just start rocketing fly balls. That was the first time I ever talked to Jared Barsness.
I'd never heard that.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Dude, I would have felt so bad.
Oh,
Dude, he was
like secondhand embarrassment.
He was grabbing him, and he was just.
yeah. Yeah. Because he could not hit. He said that he cannot like toss it to himself and hit it. He's never been able to.
Funny. I have a baseball story.
Oh.
I didn't play baseball, but you guys made a game entertaining enough to where it felt like I was part of the team.
Okay.
So it was the day of prom. It was the morning of prom.
Yeah, we're bringing that game up.
Yeah.
We know Spectrum.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Spectrum.
Maybe it wasn't the day of prom then. Maybe I'm tweaking.
Okay, because the day of prom was Brooklyn Center.
Okay, never mind then.
Which Carson, we got
No,
started.
no,
about
Okay, yeah, you're right. Nope, that sounds right. This was the Spectrum game though that I'm thinking of.
Okay, all right.
So this was not the day of prom. So they got out like 5-0. They were up 5-0 like right away.
Oh yeah.
You know where I'm going with this?
I was
think
pitching
so.
this game.
So they were up like 5-0. And I remember I was at the game. A couple other people were there with me. We had like maybe 6 or 7 guys. And we were standing right by the fence, like right next to their first baseman. And we really weren't cheering for y'all. We weren't rooting against them. Our job was to heckle that first baseman.
Oh my
We
gosh.
were saying things that might not, like, this is going to keep me out of heaven one day because of the things I was saying to this guy.
I do remember this.
And
I do not.
you guys were up 5-0. Or no, I'm sorry. Spectrum was up 5-0. And you guys slowly started coming back. I think you eventually tied it up.
Do you remember who started the comeback?
Who?
Me. I hit the
was you.
double.
Yeah,
I
it
hit
was
the
you.
double.
That's right.
Oh, is that when Eric yelled at you?
Yeah. Real quick. I hit the double play, and you know how I did a little dance on second? I got pulled to the side after I went home. And he's like, "Don't ever do that again. We don't do this
lost our
on the team."
minds for it, didn't we?
Yeah, and I was like, what? I was like, yo, we just came back and won like
Eric
7-5.
Eric Olsen chewed you out for that.
That's so funny. Anyways, so we tied it up like 5-5, and then I know Cooper Kennedy was involved on this play. He was either base running or he hit it. I don't remember. But it was like there was 2 outs. It was an easy play. It was like a ground ball to shortstop, get him out at first, right? In Spectrum, they field it, throw it to first, hits the guy's glove. He misses it. rolls all the way over and stops right in front of us.
Oh no!
And we had been on this guy for the last like hour. We score, we take the lead, and he has to walk over to us, pick up the ball that he just missed, and we were score! Oh my god! I think we got his girlfriend's name at that point. Like, no, we were going crazy.
What?
But then after the game, after the game, we looked at like the roster.
Yeah.
He was like 14, and we were like almost adults. We were like 18, and we were like this like 14, 15-year-old freshman. Bro, we felt so bad. But it was Spectrum, so like
Right.
it kind of deserved it. But it was so funny.
Oh my!
I loved watching y'all play senior year.
Yeah.
You guys were so it was so fun to watch. So
Coming in from right field.
so funny.
And then at Spectrum was a bad game for me.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, tell that one.
You want me?
Yeah, this is all you, bro.
So we ended up winning this game. First off, I was actually having a good game to start. I remember my first at bat, I almost hit a home run.
Were you pitching?
No. I think I pitched against another team earlier in the week. Okay. I think AJ started, but he got pulled early because his arm hurt. Because he cried about his arm every single day. But so I was because I was the type of person that I played the position of whoever was pitching. So if AJ was pitching, I was in center. If Cooper was pitching, I was at third. If Gio was pitching, I was at short. But AJ started, so I was in center. I didn't have anything hit to me. Then our second baseman went in and pitched, so I had to play second. And that's where it all started. But I had 3 errors that game. But the ball got hit to me, and it took a bad bounce. And right there, I'm like, this is going to be bad.
Yep.
And then Gio went in and pitched. So I had to move to shortstop. That's where I had my 3 errors. I had like 2 go straight through my legs. Another one, like I fielded it and I made a bad throw. Yep. I was so pissed, and like I remember like Cooper and multiple people like, oh no, you're good, and I threw a hissy fit.
Every single game.
Not every game.
Every single game this guy would pitch.
The games I had a good
every
game.
Single
Not
game
every
this
game
guy
I
would
pitched.
pitch. Every single game this guy would pitch.
Not all of them.
90% of them. He'd get to the bench and he'd throw his glove on the ground and sit down. And I'd walk over to him. I'd walk over to him, and this was the time when I had a bit of a potty mouth. Yeah. And I'd go up to him and I'm like, "Yo, you're acting like a pussy right now." Yeah. And I was like, "Yo, man up, bro. Like, what are you doing right now?" He's like, "Shut up. I don't want to talk." I was like, "I don't care if you don't want to talk. Man up." And then everyone would always come over and be like, "Yo, chill out, chill out." I'm like, "No, this guy's he's crying right now. Like, bro, like, come on, man up. You're fine. Just get into the next inning." Like, it would like genuinely piss me off because it was like, "Yo, you're bringing the team down right now."
Yeah, it wasn't every game though.
Literally every game.
No, because I pitched good against North Lakes twice. Or no, North Lakes once at their place. Trinity, they sucked though. So I mean, that wasn't
the away game.
The at Trinity.
I watched that game. I remember that.
Yeah, we won like 10-0. I had like 15 strikeouts.
Uh-huh.
I started both games against Legacy, which those were wild.
Yeah, I think that was the game where I literally did nothing in right field. Yeah. I got out there and I was like,
oh,
all
because
right.
they had one hit and it went to you.
Yep.
It was like the first inning.
The Legacy game.
Wasn't at their place or at home?
At home. Wasn't Andy Price, he played for Legacy, wasn't he catching that game and wasn't he telling you what the pitcher was going to throw?
What?
I heard somebody say, or maybe he even told, he was like, yeah, I was telling your batters what pitch was coming. Because he did not care about baseball that year.
No, because Charlie Bovey pitched at home.
Yeah.
Is he a good pitcher?
Charlie was bad.
For our conference.
I was ripping off of him, but he's not bad.
Okay.
No, but because we played them at home, which, bro, AJ was a dog against them. First game, I think I went like 4 2/3 because I was on a pitch count. Because I had to pitch again later in the week. So then AJ came in, dogged them, didn't go up a hit. Because, I mean, you would think that they've never seen a lefty pitcher in their life.
I mean, most people haven't.
That especially, in our conference. But at their place, so I went 6 2/3. A game is 7 innings, which means I went 6 innings and I got 2 of the 3 outs in the last inning. And I got pulled because I reached my pitch count. Because I was on a pitch count again. But we found out that I could have pitched that last batter.
I remember this, yep.
Because we thought that once I get close to my pitch count, if I go over, it's like a penalty. I don't know. Something like that. But we found out that I think it was like 105 I could throw and I was at like 102. So I could have done one more batter. But we didn't know that. We thought if I went over, they had to stop at 105. Right. That's not the rule. But either way, they pulled me out. I went to center. They brought AJ in. AJ's doing warm-ups and stuff.
Oh,
They had a guy on first. And AJ didn't even throw a pitch. He picked the guy off at first. And they were
to win the game.
And because he did that against Legacy at home the first time too. He picked him off. He has a really quick, like, it's a good pickoff move. It's a great pickoff move.
And he's a lefty, right?
Yeah. So he's already facing first. So when he lifts his leg, if he goes forward with it, that's when you can go. But it's a lot harder to steal on a lefty. But their coach was yelling at them, be careful of the pickoff. Be careful of the pickoff. He's going to pick off. Because AJ, once you learn about him, he always, if he has a guy on first, he checks him right away.
Mm-hmm.
He does it, and that's what he did. Didn't have to throw a pitch. Got the guy out. Their coach laid into this kid.
And this was what was it?
This was at Legacy.
Yep, I remember this. Oh,
their
my
coach
gosh.
laid into that kid.
After the game, we were packing up to leave, and all we hear is, I'm so fucking sick and tired of this. Like, you guys need to play better.
God.
You need to listen to me. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, big W though.
Big.
And then I was the best JV pitcher ever. I got one strikeout.
That's right.
One strikeout.
We were cheering you on.
But I mean, here's the thing. We also didn't have much of a defense, so when I did get hit off of, it was one of those things where it's like, all right, goes right through his legs. That's a double. Oh, he missed it. That's a triple. Okay. So it was just one of those things.
That's hilarious.
Speaking.
And then so we played a team.
Oh yeah.
Our varsity team.
Oh, you want to talk about it?
Played. I got it. I'll own up to it.
All right. Good.
We played a bad team. It was like Minneapolis.
Brooklyn Center.
Let me just say.
Prom.
Let me just say they kneeled during the national anthem. So
We didn't do the national anthem.
Oh, we didn't?
No.
They kneeled for something. I don't know. They did something. They did something that pissed all of us off. And we're like, okay. So we teed off of them. We were winning by like
Bro, I'll let you finish and then I'll
20,
explain more.
20, 30 points or something. It was
Points?
runs. Sorry.
But keep on. I'll explain this game more after you explain.
Right. And I'll just tell my side of things.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so I'm on deck, right? That's right. I'm the
On
next
deck?
batter.
Yeah, you're on
Oh,
deck.
no.
And
Dude.
and I go, and Tucker Kappas, he goes, yo, you're gonna strike out. I was like, dude, it's
It's a girl.
a girl pitching.
Probably
I
like
remember this.
she's probably like a 7th grader.
Yep.
7th grader girl pitching.
And so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna strike out. And he's like, no, you won't. And I'm like, dude, I promise you right now, I was batting at Grand Slam 2 weeks ago on the 30-mile-per-hour, and I hit maybe 2. I was like, I'm going to strike out. And so I get up to the plate. Strike one goes by, I let it go, whatever.
You gotta see the
And
pitches.
then-
You gotta see the pitches. Respect.
There was let me see. There's 2 balls after that, and then I think I swung on a strike. So I'm 2-2 right now. I was like,
2-2.
okay, whatever. I'm like, whatever. This is
Whatever.
I'm getting in my own head right now. I'm like, okay, it's only 30 miles an hour, and this ball comes arching. I'm not kidding. It's not a line. It's arching at me, and I go, all right. When I tell you that ball landed flat on that ground, and I looked right at it roll, like basically right by me,
Yeah.
and he was like, strike 3. I looked at the bench. Everyone's laughing.
Yep.
And
We were laughing in the crowd.
Yeah.
I hung my head, and I'm like, all right.
All right.
And I was benched for the rest of the game.
He was okay. I'll get into that.
I forgot about that.
What Carson didn't bring up, that was his first strikeout of the year.
Yes.
The entire year he's like, oh, I'm the only one that hasn't struck out. I'm the only one that hasn't struck out.
My batting average was good.
Yeah, well, a lot of I have the stats.
That was like late into the season.
no,
Yeah.
that was
It was middle.
It was pretty early into the season. Yeah, but he was bragging like this entire beginning of the season, like, oh, I'm the only one that hasn't struck out on this team, and he strikes out to a 14-year-old girl throwing 30 miles an hour. But that game was, it was bad. I remember I was supposed to pitch that game.
Yep.
But we realized like, oh, that wouldn't be our coach was like that wouldn't be a good idea. So we threw a freshman, and I think I played first base, and I got a double play.
Mm-hmm.
But then he pulled me, Cooper Kennedy, you, and Giovanni Santiago out after like 2 innings, and put in a bunch of bench players.
JV
and AJ Cargill he would have pulled out, but we didn't have any other bench players. So they
You had to play with him.
They just put him at short,
Mm-hmm.
at shortstop. which a lefty shortstop is funny looking. But yeah, and he just obviously his batting average became really good after that game. But yeah, that game was
I can't believe that.
That was bad.
I cannot believe that. And see, the thing is, I got it back to the bench and I looked at Tucker. I'm like, did I not call it? I was like, I told you I was going to.
You did call it. I think another one of my favorite memories was AJ Cargill. We played North Lakes at home. It was the day before the Brooklyn Center game, and I follow this guy on Instagram, so I don't know if he watched this or not, but we call him the grunter because he grunts when he pitches, which I grunt when I pitch now, so
I don't because I wasn't.
You don't pitch, so but
pitching.
Like and he's a good pitcher. Don't get me wrong, like, he's a good pitcher, but like AJ first at bat against this kid rips a double, just absolute piss missile. Next at bat, he sawed AJ off. AJ just like hit a grounder to second base or something, and he just looks at AJ and screams.
He's like, yeah,
what?
Yeah, he looked at AJ and like screamed, and we all just he was laughing when he was running off. We were all just laughing because we're like, AJ just ripped a double off of this kid.
So you know AJ, right?
Yeah.
You know how he's super quiet.
Yeah.
He gets out at first, and he comes jogging back, and you just see his face. He is dying of laughter.
It was
so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah. And then that we played Lester Prairie in a doubleheader on a Saturday.
Do I remember that?
There was nothing that really. We won the first game 1-0. I started that game against Leicester.
What? Do I remember? I don't.
And then we lost 11-3.
Oh, jeez. Who pitched the second game?
Patrick Kennedy.
Oh, okay. Sophomore.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because I pitched the first game, which they were only 5-inning games at that point. Because when you play doubleheader, they go down to 5-inning games. Mm-hmm. And then our sections game.
Wow.
We played Breck.
That was okay.
So
So
y'all knew you were gonna get crushed, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
12-0.
When we pull up,
Yeah.
I'll let you tell a story,
Yeah,
but
I'll let you.
I knew we were gonna lose when we pulled up to the
Yeah.
school and it had their name on the school and there was like vines hanging from the school. I was like, yeah, okay, we're too poor for
Yeah.
this. I was like, okay, we lost.
Yeah, but so I think we were like a 12 seed or something like that, and they were a 5. So we show up. Obviously, we're the underdogs. We're like, oh, we got this. We got this. We get there. We're watching them practice in the field, like doing IO, which stands for infield, outfield, and they just like hit fly balls and hit ground balls. They're not missing the ball.
Yeah.
They're catching everything.
Yep.
Nothing is getting past them. They're making perfect throws.
You'd think these like are D1 athletes.
Yeah,
They were
we
Yeah.
look at them. We all look at each other like, oh yeah, we're not winning. We don't stand a chance here. They did IO. We did IO. I started that game. It was just a bad game.
And not only were they amazing, but we also played probably the worst game of the year.
Probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, like no offense to Patrick Kennedy, but like he missed a bunch of balls that got past
I
him.
missed two fly balls. AJ missed a fly ball.
AJ missed a fly ball.
Yeah, it was just a bad
I
game.
just could not make the right pitches, what I needed to. Like, it was just a horrible game. And I remember after, I didn't cry after.
Nope.
I think
I wasn't there.
No, I think I just didn't cry because I knew it wasn't my last baseball game ever.
That's fair.
Like basketball, it was a little bit of like I saw you cry, and like when I see other people crying, I cry. But like it was a little bit of that, and then it was also like deep down, I was like, okay, this is my last competitive basketball game I'm ever gonna
Right.
play. But like baseball, like this isn't my last. Like I have a lot more years ahead of me.
I don't think
And,
I forgot to talk about last game of soccer, but continue.
But then Carson wasn't invited.
Huh?
After the Breck game, the sections game, Jared Barsness took me, Cooper, Gio, and AJ all to Top Golf
Yeah.
because we were the captains.
Dang, man.
He took the captains there, and he like paid for like the first hour of Top Golf. And I have videos of like Jared Barsness hitting lefty. I think AJ Cargill hitting righty. It was fun though.
Dude, Breck's just kind of an all-around
Yeah, they're-
athletic school, though, too, because didn't they send David Roddy to Memphis?
Yeah.
He's playing for the Grizzlies right now. In the
Yeah, he's
NBA.
playing in the
Really?
NBA.
So
Yeah.
they have like a sports culture there, too,
yeah.
for being like a
In the
two-way
NBA?
school. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
and
Yeah.
If we stayed at 1A, we could have actually had a real chance at state.
I think so.
That's crazy.
I mean, I really don't think we would have beaten Randolph, but even just like being in the section final would have been really cool.
Oh, I agree.
That would have been farther than soccer. And soccer, like, that was so fun.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Everyone started crying after the last game of soccer. Like I talked to Josiah Oquendo, and I was like, yo, man, you're good, bro, you're good. And then all of a sudden he's like, no. He's like, all right, I'll just leave him alone because I was gonna talk to him. You know, I was gonna console him.
He was like a freshman.
Yeah, I know.
He's crying.
Yeah.
I
think it's because Gabe was.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Older brother.
And so what I did was I grabbed my bag. My girlfriend at the time. I was like, all right, let's go. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, I'm not waiting around. Let's go. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
She's like, okay. So we left. I no tears were shed. I was sitting on the bench.
Yep.
I watched the game unfold in front of me, and I was like, all right, game's over. Let's go.
We had the caribou hot cocoa.
What?
We had the hot cocoa on the sidelines that game.
You didn't get it?
No, bro. That's
Why?
a great question.
Oh, I was at that game.
That's a great question.
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
That was a close game.
Yeah, it was. It
Very
was a
close
good game. It was a great game. But you know what I am really proud to see is Tucker. He played in the. He was a junior.
Sophomore.
He was a sophomore. So he was a sophomore at the time, and you know he wasn't a good goalie. I'm gonna keep it a stack. He was not a good goalie. But now he's not only in shape. Dude is tall as nuts. Last time I saw him, buddy has like another foot on me.
He's playing in college.
And he's a starter in college, I believe a starter. And he's awesome. He's a great goalie now. So props to you, Tucker. But yeah, no, that's dude.
He's no Nas Reed.
Yeah, facts. So
that sports section took a long time.
that was a while.
So should we get on to school?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
we don't have to talk much about it.
No,
Classes?
I don't think there is much.
Remember any of your classes?
Honestly, I do want to say, college to me was so much better than high school.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Because here's the thing, is I loved the people in high school, but I loved the classes in college. I was actually like there in class listening, whereas in high school
You were in person?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying like even online I
okay.
was there
You were
listening.
like engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas in high school I was just trying to find any way to do anything else, you know. Whereas college I was doing all business classes, you know, entrepreneurship, marketing. I was doing macroeconomics, microeconomics. Like I love that stuff. I wish I learned more, honestly. I'm not going to go back to college, but I really wish I learned more because I actually took a class with a business owner. Like the professor was a business owner, so I learned so much from him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just really like my classes because you were not only able to pick them, but you knew what professor you're getting, how good that professor was, and everything like that. So.
Oh.
That's cool. The only class I remember from senior year was first semester. I was taking some college math class. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was you had a bunch of homework due throughout the semester, and if you submitted it late, it was just you could get up to 85%, but it didn't matter how late. So you could turn in an assignment in November that was due in August, and you're still gonna get 85%. So I remember about 2 weeks before the semester ended, I hadn't done a thing, and there was only one exam, and it was at the end of the year. So I spent about 2 weeks doing every single assignment, and I got all the way up there, and then I was like, okay, well now I have to take this exam, and I didn't learn a thing. Like I was using photo math,
Math.
So I actually had
Photo math is the GOAT.
right. So I texted someone who I knew was in the class. Actually, it was Landon Siegel, the guy from Spectrum.
Okay.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, we should take our finals together. And he knew, like, I wasn't using him or anything, or I wasn't like trying to like trick him or anything.
Yeah.
But like he knew like he was helping me a lot more than I was gonna help him. But he saved me. He helped me get like a 91 on the final. And
Landon's the GOAT for real.
and I was like, I told him, I was like, let me go buy you lunch. And then I think him, and actually Sydney, Edu, we went out to Canes. I bought them both lunch because they like saved me. They like passed me in the class.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stressful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember first off, like kind of sports, like I would say the one good thing about PSEO is that the school could not see your grades at PSEO.
Right.
I remember I had a D in one of my classes, which it's
yeah.
two D's to not be able to play, which I didn't. I only had the one, but it was like I know nobody here is gonna know I have a D. because they cannot get access to it.
Right.
The school, not until the end of the semester. Because then, obviously, and in order to get the high school credits. But I remember I took a math class in the first semester. I mean, I took math classes in both semesters because I like math. The one in the first semester, we had to be on a Zoom for like 2 hours.
Ugh.
I loved it.
Ugh.
I love math.
All right, bro.
I love math. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I tell him this all the time.
I love math. So, but there was one. It was an economics class with Drew Matson.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The first week I watched it, I would be on the Zooms and I'd be like, "This is so boring." So I'd enter in. We were in the same class.
I had him in person.
You had there was other people.
Dude,
Yeah.
side note, real quick. What he told us on the first day of class,
Yeah.
first day of class in this economics class, he said, "I don't want you on your phones in class. I don't care who's trying to tell you, who's trying to text you, who's trying to call you. If your mom's trying to call you that your grandma died, she'll be just as dead after class." That's what he told us.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
So yeah, no, keep going.
So
he was a hard.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
There was people from our school that was in that class though, and I remember after that first week, because I would start falling asleep in his classes. That's how boring he was. So eventually, I was like, whatever. I would enter into the Zoom and I would just go like lay down, play video games, do whatever. I wouldn't pay attention.
COVID, man.
Like I could care less because he was the most boring teacher I've ever met. He always talked in the same tone, and he talked so slow. He was so boring.
I hated. I love my classes, but I hated I hated the agenda that my school pushed on me. I had to basically make a post on how bad, because Donald Trump was the president at the time, how bad our economic status was at the time. And so what I did was I made an intro. I was like, "My name is Carson, and I'm not going to be writing about this," and I sent it. Yep.
Wow.
I still got a good score and everything like that. I think it's because they understand it's like you can't really push it on everybody.
Right.
And
That's cool then.
another thing happened as well. We had to do pronouns, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you right now, I'm not putting my pronouns in it. So I literally go, "Carson," I said, "I am a him." I can tell you right now, I am a he. Okay, and I don't go he/him. I literally say I'm a dude. I'm
a dude.
Or I'm a man is what I say.
I'm him.
I'm him.
But yeah, that's I hate the things that college does sometimes. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because they have the power to do stuff like that. Whereas high school, you don't. But
Yeah.
I just thought it was stupid. But I really like the classes there.
I think I took like a business class, which was really easy actually. We would have like case studies once a week. Like it was one of our books that we had to order, and it was like you would pick one case study from the book, and it would be like 5 questions, and we'd have to. That class was really easy. Math classes. What else? I took a language class. That's what I had a D in. Because I hate language classes.
You're so weird.
So that's what I had a D in, but I passed with a C. I eventually got. It was the last week too. It was like we had a paper due, and I had a D in the class at the time. I'm like, I need to get a good grade on this, and I got it. I got an A on it, and it got my grade up to a C.
I took what might have been the easiest history class I've ever taken. We literally, the only homework, it wasn't even homework. We did discussion posts. That's like the entirety of our class. Yeah, and then we took one test at the end of the year, and it was a paper.
Community college, baby.
Yep, literally.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was the easiest thing I've ever done. It was discussion posts. Boom. That's the thing though, is I'll get into it in the college episode a lot more. But I was big on finishing early.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll really get into it college classes, but I think I finished my high school senior year, I think 2 weeks early.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Because I literally, the first week of school, I would go there and I'd do about 3 weeks of each class. Whatever I could do, I would do 3 weeks of it, and then I would leave it. And then next week I would do another week, and then next week I'd do another week, and then obviously if I fall behind, I'm still ahead.
Yeah, the only time I ever got ahead was in math classes because I would get really excited.
Here we go.
About doing
Yep.
I'm just being honest. The math classes I would get ahead in because I enjoy math and I would just go ahead, and then it would make me sad when I couldn't do math because I was already ahead.
So what class did you take then that you liked?
So I had that math class was easier than it should have been. I liked my business class.
You took business?
It was we might have taken it together.
Intro to business.
Intro to business.
Okay.
My professor was Mago. Oh. Anyways, it was a funny class because he was the professor of the class, and under required materials was 2 books that he wrote that I'm pretty sure he got paid for all of us buying. So, yeah, I mean, he's let's be real, that's kind of smart.
Him. Yeah, good for him. I think I had.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Right.
I think that's who I had.
It was weird.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. A lot of classes don't stick out to me. From senior year, I feel like there was so much else going on senior year that like classes weren't that important, especially with COVID, because COVID kind of taught us that like you can try 40%, you're probably gonna pass.
Yep.
Prom was weird too.
Prom was fun.
It was fun because I remember we had an offsite prom because the school we went to we didn't think they were actually gonna hold the prom.
Master editor's parents set it up.
Yeah, that's who. Yep. But I think we didn't think that the school we went to was actually gonna have a prom, and they did. But I heard it was really bad.
Yeah, I was.
You were there.
It was a waste of my money, time.
Oh yeah, because weren't you forced to go?
Yeah.
Your lady made you go?
Yep. I could have been at home playing Rainbow Six Siege, but yet I had to go to a prom on a boat with a dance floor about this size, and the food was gas. I'm not gonna lie, it was like lasagna.
Was it worth the money you paid though?
No. The gas money that just tore into me.
Wasn't it in like
I was
Stillwater?
like ripping my skin off driving
Wasn't
there.
it in like Stillwater?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a far drive.
Yeah. I was like, oh, why don't you find someone else to go? And then it sparked the whole thing, and I was like, okay,
all right, fine.
I did get to wear my pink tie though, so that was gas.
So.
That was gas. But other than that, no, that was not worth it. Wow.
I remember after the prom that Master Editor's parents threw.
Mm-hmm.
I had everybody over to my house afterwards.
Yeah.
And we did a cup pong tournament.
Yep.
And we did
First
themes and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you guys told me today that I was going to be coming on and talk about senior year,
Yep.
I looked back in my memories about like just what happened in this time frame, and I was looking at prom night, and
made a TikTok.
Yeah, and I looked at the bracket, and this is kind of weird. The people who lasted longest in the cup pong tournament are the couples that are still together.
What?
The championship was Gio and Amaria versus Caleb and Kaya.
No way.
I lost in the second round.
Yeah, I was a
Before
first round
that.
exit.
No,
I weird to think like that's a weird coincidence, isn't it? Because it was like a big bracket. There was a lot of teams.
I think I lost to Caleb and Kaya, I believe.
They were good.
They were good.
I got dusted. We got dusted by
I had to
Gio.
carry my team.
They were good. They won it all.
I had to carry my team.
Caleb Pratt and
Really?
Kyle Kennedy. Yeah.
All right, Gio, watch out. No, I'm kidding. They're literally married.
I had to carry my team though.
No, I got because I was nailing the cups and partner wasn't doing jack squat. So after the game was over, I looked at her and I was like, "Good game." I was genuinely upset too because I'm so I'm competitive.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting there. I was like, bro. I walked to the bathroom. I was like,
you started crying.
I'm kidding. No, I was actually pissed off.
No,
That I lost.
I had to carry my team. I think we lost in the round before or the semifinals.
You were wearing a dinosaur onesie, is all I remember.
We were 90s. We were
Yes,
90s.
sir.
I had like glasses.
Leatherman jacket.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wait, did I lose to Gio or
Well,
did I lose to Tristan? I might have lost
I remember-
to Tristan.
I lost in the first round.
I remember I was feeling it. I was not missing a cup. I'm like, oh, I'm going far because I was carrying the team. But then the semifinals, I could not hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when it went downhill.
No, I remember the Mario Kart tournament.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I don't think I did.
You took a nap, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I fell asleep under the table.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No drinks were involved.
No
That's
drinks.
the funniest part is we were playing cup pong completely sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is a drinking
That
game.
you know of.
That's how I want to play it. To be honest, I mean, throw some milk in the cup and I would
Milk?
That's crazy.
throw some milk in the cup
Milk.
and I'd be popping.
Milk.
M-E-L-K.
Milk.
I say milk. No, I do remember that though. That was fun. That was fun. I don't think I was a big fan of even the offsite prom. I just don't think I was a prom fan in general.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
They
I think
had it the next year too.
Yeah, I don't. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mind it. Like, here's the thing: is if it were up to me, I wouldn't have gone at all. I just don't like the dances. I don't like the dance scene. I don't really like that.
But
go ahead. No, go
okay.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I will say a memory that I will just never forget. It's what I think of first when I think of high school. Is all of us on the dance floor mosh pitting to Robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, for some reason, Robbery by Juice WRLD was like our song.
Yeah.
And we I have the videos. It's so fun. I don't know. I remember.
I do remember that. That was a good time.
You know, with Carson, yeah, I'm not a big dance person either. I would have gone to prom. I am glad I went to that. Okay, the year after we graduated, I hated that. I hated every second of it.
Yeah. Oh, you went back?
Yeah, because our girlfriends were.
That's right.
So,
that was even worse.
That was I think it was a lot of like we didn't really know anybody. It was like us. Kayla Pratt was there.
Yep.
I think that was about it.
Yep.
I think
Brendan was there. Who? Brendan Jankowski.
Oh yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like us. Otherwise,
Brock Jameson was there.
Oh yeah, duh.
Right.
But either it still was. Just,
it wasn't like
it wasn't as fun.
Right.
Because we didn't have a lot of the hype guys there.
Yeah.
So it was just
and once you're not in high school, you don't want to like.
No.
Oh, this is so fun. You kind of just.
I felt kind
no,
of
we
weird.
were
I felt
literally
kind of weird
like
being there.
We were sitting at the table like the entire time.
Yeah, I felt weird being there.
That's
Graduated and like I don't know. I just felt weird.
No, real talk. I'm so sick of hearing Ed Sheeran at every dance.
That is true. I like Ed
found the
Sheeran.
one
Yeah.
for me. Like, bro, stop the yapping, bro. Like, I don't care.
Stop.
Like,
It is the.
let's
only
get
song.
on with
Let's
it, bro.
slow it down a bit. Perfect starts playing.
Yep. Yeah.
Literally every.
It's
dance.
every single.
Here
time.
we go.
Yeah.
It's like literally like the bane of my existence.
Do you want to talk about graduation and then go to the controversial question?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Graduation.
So, let's see. I remember my parents sitting. The aisle thingy was, it was actually right out there, right outside of my apartment.
Yeah.
And the aisle thing was right here. And my parents were actually sitting right here. So I walked right past them.
Really?
Yep. Girlfriend at the time was in Florida. So good for them, I guess.
Oh.
And then, I had a hello there. Hello, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's awesome.
I had hello there on my cap. No one designed their cap, bro. I was like, what is this?
I didn't.
And then I was like the last one to go up there.
Last name.
Yeah, because last name started with a V, and so I was like, bro, I was sitting there, I was just hearing them yap. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, because I can't go on my phone.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there like, Chase Conradi. I'm like, all right, Chase, let's go.
Yeah,
bro.
good job.
Walk a little faster. And then I got up there, and the principal at the time handed me my diploma. I'm like, yo, can I give you a hug? He's like, yeah, sure. And so I put my arm around him, and then I took a picture. And I was like,
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Well, and the reason that was so funny is because they said you can't shake hands because of COVID.
Yeah.
They said you cannot shake your principal's
Yeah.
hand, and you get up there and give him a hug.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That was very funny.
Yeah, no, and then flip the thing to the side, obviously, and that was my whole experience with graduation.
I remember the band played a song for us, but you could barely hear it. And it was a song from like The Greatest Showman. Yeah. Like I love
Look out, 'cause here I come.
the song. I love the song, but like you couldn't hear them. It was such a waste.
That was so bad.
Because they didn't have any of the seniors in the band.
Yeah,
It was only underclassmen.
it was like eight people, and then outside
so
they were
bad.
outside. They tried their best, but like you could not hear it. It was
Yeah.
That's funny.
the song. It ruined the song. Like I liked the song, but like you could not hear it. They played that. Remember, I walked up there. I hated every second of it.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not surprised. You guys were right next to each other then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was super
Us and
nervous.
Peter.
I was super nervous.
Cheetahs.
I was kind of shaking. But went up there. They said Tyler Cowden, Central Lakes. I was there for a semester. Little did they know. And then that was about it.
Okay. What about your experience?
So,
Oh wait, hold on, my bad. 'Cause
Wow.
That's my
L
that's my
host.
fault.
L
That's my fault.
host.
I remember after
I'm sorry.
we had.
I'm never coming back.
Chase,
Never.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
After
I'm coming back.
the next day was our sections game for baseball.
Yep.
And I remember my uncle and my parents and everything were like, okay, you should probably go home like right after, get a good amount of sleep because you have a very big game tomorrow.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, maybe. I thought about it. I was like, oh, I should probably go home. I have a big game. My girlfriend at the time was like, no, stay out. You just graduated. Let's just go get something to eat. And then just go like.
And you
sit
gave her a
and
right
party.
hook?
What?
You gave her a right hook?
No, I thought. I thought about it. I'm like, I should really. I was like, I really should go
You
home.
literally told me that you like beat the crap out of her.
No, stop, bro. Her brother watches this. Stop.
I know.
Stop.
W Bruce.
What up, B?
And I remember I was like, no, I should probably go home. And she was like, no, we can go to like Chick-fil-A. I'll pay. And I'm like,
Oh,
you're paying?
Sugar mama.
I was like, all right, bet. So we got that. I didn't get home till like 11:30, and yeah, but
That's why you
still got
played
a
so
good amount of
bad.
sleep.
Let's
No,
go.
I still got a good amount of sleep, but it was just I was out late, and I kept trying to be like, no, like I can't, I gotta go home. But when she brought up that she'll pay for Chick-fil-A,
I would have. Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, all right,
immediately.
yeah.
Let's go.
Go ahead, Chase. That's my fault.
It's
So-
your fault.
All right, so
I was looking forward to graduation. Like I was
Uh-huh.
into it. This was something that I had been looking forward to. Like I was in. I was gonna have a good night either way.
yeah,
And weirdly, the one thing I remember a lot from graduation was actually after graduation. I was meeting my parents at like a restaurant afterwards, and I remember driving in my car at sunset with my windows down, listening to "Dear Maria, Count Me In" on like full volume.
Really?
And that is like, I think of graduation, I think of that. It's weird. But I will say, I was on edge the entire time at graduation because of the Nerf war.
Yes.
oh, I forgot about the Nerf war.
I was
lasted like a week.
very nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, it lasted longer because we kept, remember the gulag, and we kept like
Oh yeah.
you lasted a week because we got you out.
Yeah.
My squad got you out. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
But
I remember
the Nerf
that.
war was fun. But I remember I was just super on edge the entire time because we never made rules about
That's
like
right,
graduation. It was
yeah.
like, oh, work and like sports games, but it was like we never said graduation.
Yeah,
So I'm
true.
pretty sure like we all had them like in our cars and like
Yeah.
it was
I had
fun,
mine in my
but-
car for months.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't even like walk to my mailbox without it, like in
Yeah,
my,
bro.
like,
I
waistband.
literally, I remember that now that you say that. Yeah, I was walking out of my girlfriend at the time's house, and then I see like 4 cars and
Yeah.
parked outside. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
I'm
no.
dead.
I remember.
And I literally start walking down, and I'm like, yeah, here we go.
I remember there was a day me and my girlfriend were going to Chipotle.
My girlfriend and
My girlfriend and I, we were going to Chipotle, and we saw Amanda Hansen. I don't care. She was at Chipotle, and like she was still in the game, and we were like, oh, we can get Amanda right here. So we were like, all right. We had a little pistol Nerf gun. We put it in her purse
Those are the best.
and snuck it into Chipotle. And then we ordered our food and everything, and then because she was sitting outside
Yeah.
of Chipotle. So after we got our food and everything, my girlfriend went out there and shot her. But yeah, we were just like, oh, we're sneaking a Nerf gun in her purse into Chipotle. We're like, this looks so wrong.
The Nerf war was fun because
it was
people
fun.
tried.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like that was like that made it fun. I remember the
Yeah.
first night, my squad was camping out at Brandon Jankowski's house, and we were like, his mom like knew we were like there.
Uh-huh.
She was like helping us. She was like, oh yeah, like, he won't see you if you go behind the boat. He's gonna park it. It was funny. So we got Brendan out, and then we drove to your ex's house.
Really?
And I don't think you understand how long we were waiting outside. We were there for probably like over an hour.
Well, yeah, because that
before
was
you came out.
Yeah, because I was there. What day was that?
That was prom.
That was
No, was it?
It was the day of the
I think
school's
it
prom.
was.
It was
Yeah,
the day
yeah.
of the
It was a
school's
school's prom. Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I was there I got back and I was there for like the rest of the day until like midnight.
So we were hoping you were like outside in the back.
Yeah.
So we like
What?
no, like I'm not kidding. I don't know if we ever told you this. We were like in her yard, like because like none of us knew like her mom that well, but we were and it was the first day, so like
Right.
people didn't like know about it a
Right, right.
ton yet. So we were like like peeking in like her backyard, trying to like find, because she had a hot tub, didn't she?
Yeah.
So we were like trying to like look. We were like, is he in there? And then I wasn't looking at any windows. Brock Jameson was looking in windows.
Oh
he,
my
was,
gosh.
he was like, I think I see him. He didn't see you. He didn't.
Yeah.
Trust me, he didn't see you. But yeah, no. And then we got it on film too. Like we actually have the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll throw it on
Yeah.
the TCCV Instagram of you getting out or something. But
No, it was
was fun.
that was hilarious. Yeah, because I came out with a wife beater and everything
Yeah.
on.
Yes, sir.
'cause I had it under my suit.
We sat out outside of Cooper Kennedy's house.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I remember he pulled into the garage, and it was a whole thing because he started to shut it. He pulled his car into the garage. He started to shut his garage, and we like ran in, stopped it, so the garage went back up, and like we sat outside and waited for him to open his car. And he's like, he opened it, we shot him, and he's like, well, I'm gonna see if this was allowed because technically I was in my house, and we were sitting outside of his house for a while.
Yeah,
And
but he did get out because he technically wasn't in his house.
Yeah, and I remember
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I made that decision.
Well, because I got out in the second day, so
we felt bad. That was it.
Yeah,
y'all were on the same team, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Tyler, his ex, me, my ex.
That's right.
Jared. Was Jared on our team?
Jared was
an
outlier.
Okay, so he was
just there to help. Yeah,
because he was like 3 years removed from high school.
Yeah.
I remember just Cooper pulled in his garage, and like he never pulled in his garage. But I remember when we asked him about it, he was like, "Oh, my dad said somebody's phone connected to the house Wi-Fi, and it was your phone.
Yep, it was mine.
Your phone connected to the house Wi-Fi." So that's when he texted Cooper, "Is like, hey, somebody's phone connected to the house Wi-Fi, just so you know," because I'm pretty sure his dad knew the nerf war was going on.
Yeah, dude, we did it like crazy smart though. We literally parked like almost 2 neighborhoods down, bro.
We told Jared to park like two neighborhoods down, and
we had a night where there was, remember we let like a couple freshmen in?
Yeah.
Because they were funny. They actually did they had fun with it.
There was like that one baseball game where people were like running around.
Yeah, pointing, or the coach talked to us. And he was like, please don't do that at baseball games anymore because the crowd is watching you guys and not the baseball game.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching that.
That was entertaining.
I was watching
halftime show.
Deep down in my brain, I'm looking over there. I'm like, come on, somebody get shot.
Yeah,
I'm watching. I kept looking over like somebody get shot.
That's so funny. But I remember there was a night where I was at my house and the whole like the young guys came and they were like camping out in my neighborhood for a while. And then they like came to the door and they like knocked on the door. So I ran downstairs and I ran to my sister. I was like, Lauren, will you go like talk to them and like tell them I'm not here? Because the garage was shut, luckily, so they didn't see my car.
Oh, I remember hearing about this.
Yeah. So then she got like one of their numbers and she was like, I'll text you when he comes home so you can get him out, whatever. She was like playing double agent basically. And she tells me what she said. So I call my entire squad and they all come over. She had them parked like on the other side of the neighborhood and they came in a different way so they didn't see them. And then we had guys like set up like with like in the windows and like on the like laying down on the deck, and she like led them in around the back. And then one of them even said like, "You're not gonna like turn on us, are you?" And then like literally 3 seconds later, we got all of them out.
No way.
Wow. So we went like 4 up, 4 down. It was beautiful.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But my favorite part of the nerf war was like 2 or 3 weeks in when like half the people were out. Do you remember we did the gulag?
I don't.
So we went to.
I wasn't there.
Were you there? So basically, what we did is we went to Elmcrest and we circled up all of our cars.
Oh, I did see videos.
And we put like one in the middle. And we basically did 1v1s to get back in with nerf wars. So then like 10 people got back in, but it was really fun. Yeah, it was a good night.
After that is when it really died down, right?
It never finished.
Yeah.
You might say, did you ever get out?
No,
he's still in.
I'm still in.
You got out?
Go win it, Tyler.
I'll go in.
I will post you. I still am logged in on the account. I will post you winning it if you go win it. I promise. Go track down everybody.
I don't even remember who's still in.
It's still on. I'll
Great. That means we have to take a team picture for the win. I don't know if that's gonna...
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, no. I can promise you that's not gonna work.
Team talk.
Just
It'll
me
be Tyler and I.
Yeah.
Like Photoshop.
Yeah, because I can promise you we're all
like,
four.
Hold like a picture of them.
all 4 of us are not ending up in that picture. I can promise you that.
Oh, dude.
All right, let's get to everyone's favorite segment.
That's hilarious.
Looking forward.
Tyler's controversial questions. That's the most enthusiasm we've had from a guest.
Yeah,
Attaboy, Chase.
That's right.
All right, question is, well, kind of a question. Private school is better than public school.
Agreed. I totally agree. I got
just obviously we didn't go to a public school.
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We did go to
a
charter school.
It's a charter school, but it's private because there was a waiting list. I had a waiting list to get on.
Yeah, there's a waiting list.
Is that the criteria?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
I was in the waiting list since middle school or since like elementary.
Interessante.
It's there's a waiting list, and the only way that you can jump to the top is if you have a sibling in the school.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then you can jump to the top and get in right away. That's what happened to me. My sister was in the school.
My sister now?
My sister. I said my sister was in the school.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So I got in. But yeah, I think private schools.
So here's the thing: is I had a very loud mouth. I'm sure you guys know.
No, really.
And so I got kicked out of public school because of my mom. I was getting bullied because I wouldn't shut my mouth.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So when it came to public schools, I was not a big fan of them. So that's why when it comes to that, I was like, it's so much easier to meet people in a private, a smaller school. And I feel like I was able to get along with a lot more people because with it being smaller, the people that you surround yourself with, it's easier to find them every day, to talk to them every day. Whereas in a public school, there's 200 people to a class.
Yeah.
And so you might see one kid one day and then you'll see a different one the next. You know, it's like, it's just one of those things. So
Oh yeah.
Right.
I definitely would vote private.
I'd go private too.
My mind goes more to like curriculum before like the social aspect of it, and just with like my beliefs and my religion and with all of that, I really care about what's being taught, especially in like biology classes and stuff like that. To where I trust private schools more because they align with core values, you know. So
I agree.
No, with me, I went to the social aspect too, because I remember, I want to say freshman year, I almost went to Anoka High School.
That's right.
Because sports, like they have better competition. Like most higher high schools, public high schools have better coaches, stuff like that. So like I could have become better at a public school, and like a bunch of people, like a bunch of my family like pushed me to, and I almost went there. But at the end of the day, I decided I don't want to. Like I want to stay at our school and everything, which I'm so glad I made that choice, because I feel like I wouldn't have had like the relationships and the friends that I have that I have now if I was at a public school. Like if I went there for sports, I could have maybe gotten better at baseball and whatnot, and maybe played at a better college. Why are you guys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whoa,
I saw him at the corner of my
man?
eye, and he's just
what was going on?
I've been looking at you this whole time.
Yeah, he really has. Yeah, like I feel like I wouldn't have had the friends and all of that I have now if I went to a public school. Because
you definitely wouldn't have me.
That is true, because I'm not good when it comes to talking to people in general and meeting new people. I hate it. It makes me anxious. It's just not good. So like
Sweaty palms.
So going to a massive high school would have been a wreck for me.
Yeah.
So staying at a small school where we had 50 people in our entire graduating class, it made it a lot easier to know everybody.
It almost like forced you to talk to them too.
Yeah.
Like it almost like forced you to like.
And having the smaller classes like made you more engaged.
Well,
like, for the most part.
not for me, but yeah. Made it a lot easier for me to goof off, but yeah.
Okay.
Are you wearing leggings?
No, these are not leggings.
All right, so
they're not leggings.
Those are close to leggings.
Yeah,
they're
bro.
not leggings.
leggings.
My chiropractor gave them to me.
In Minnesota, it's like 10 degrees today, and bro is wearing shorts.
That is true.
So,
He is wearing shorts.
I worked today. I'm also a Minnesotan, so this is like summer.
True. So we all agree that private school is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
yeah.
100%. I don't even think you can make an argument for public schools. Public schools are more dangerous.
Yep. Most of them.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger, so it's a lot harder to get to classes. It's nothing. I mean, the only thing I can see is you get to meet more people, but
I will say
90% of the people you meet in high school, you're not going to talk to afterwards.
Exactly.
100%. I will say I have heard the argument before. I remember there was a girl that I was friends with in like 7th grade, and she like took her faith really, really seriously at like a young age. And I remember she wanted to leave Pact and go to a public school because she wanted her faith to be tested more. Which I thought was an interesting point.
Yeah.
I think a little extreme. Like that's, or no, I shouldn't say extreme. It's not extreme.
It's
not something I would do, and like I respect the thought behind it. But like,
I feel like that's to me though, that makes it sound like she's kind of finding an escape to find different things to do. You know what I mean? Like to me, I understand testing your faith, and I think that's a really good thing to do. But putting yourself in a situation like that, whereas you're already secured, you're already able to further your faith, why not be confident enough to just do it out after high school? You know, like why not? Because obviously, not only testing your faith is good, but at a younger age, you're more succumb to follow the people around you.
100%.
So I think in a lot of public schools, not many people have faith in public schools, and I'm not saying you don't, but most of the time it's not the case.
Yeah.
And I think with something like that, I think it's just better to wait until you're in the public setting to test your faith. Then, you know, maybe in college. You know, I think that's better because you're grown now. You understand the world a bit more. You understand faith a bit more, and I think that's a better way to test it. But,
instead of a 13-year-old.
Right. Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. I completely agree.
Yeah. Well, Chase, you want to do the outro?
Yeah, man. What do I got to do? I've never made it that
you
far.
gotta-
Shout out our
I'm just kidding.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yep. Shout them out. Let's see it.
Anything you want shouted out, you can shout it out.
Alrighty.
Get them to subscribe.
I would love it, viewers, if you would subscribe to YouTube.
Look at the camera.
Follow TikTok. Follow Instagram. TCCV podcast.
Is the
Is it-
Instagram.
Is
there
it
any like,
Instagram?
underscores?
No.
Okay.
TikTok is different.
TikTok is TCCV.podcast.
No.
Think of podcast. Think of
Get rid of that.
think of podcast, but shorten it
You're leaving that now.
to 2 letters.
PCast. PD.
Nope.
PC.
Yep, TCCV PC.
Oh.
That was cute. We were on.
That
sync
was
there.
very.
That was cute.
That was good.
I love that. Oh.
I bring you guys closer together.
Agreed.
I'm the
Do
glue.
you want to shout anything out?
Anything you want shouted out?
Go Wolves. Go Iowa Wolves specifically.
Straight up.
Facts.
Straight up.
Be ready for the vlog.
Be ready for the
Vlog
vlog.
coming this weekend.
And y'all watch the YouTube video. The
Facts.
YouTube video, in my opinion, is a lot cooler than the
Yeah.
You get to
just
see.
the audio.
You get to see us.
You get to see
So
these
real.
beautiful gentlemen. You get to
Oh, thanks.
And this
Um,
beautiful gentleman.
Yeah.
yes
For
sir.
this episode.
Yes sir. Carson was snacking on some grapes today. It was beautiful.
I finished the entire thing.
oh my goodness.
I only have
He
bad
did.
grapes left, but I finished the entire
He
thing.
did.
That's
Wow. You don't want to shout out any of your social medias?
No, because I probably wouldn't accept you anyways.
Yeah, I mean
No.
that's
Sorry.
that's fair enough.
Mine is
Fair enough.
Tyler.Cowden10 on Instagram.
Mine's Carson Van. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not very.
So-
I say it every episode. I'm not very original. So
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
all right,
But
buddy.
hit the subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed.
Hit the 5-star button on Spotify. You
Remember-
haven't yet. Follow on Spotify as well.
Follow on Spotify. Love you, Spotify listeners. Remember, hit 100 followers or subscribers. We're doing a giveaway.
Anyone.
Random giveaway. 1 of 1 hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Let's go.
Something.
Chase,
and
you
then
can win
TCCV
it.
football podcast as well.
Sir. I'm
Make
gonna
sure you
win.
check that out.
Oh, are you? It's,
I'm gonna make.
random.
How close are we to 100 right now?
we're at
we're at
30.
30.
We're at
Okay,
30.
I'm gonna make 70 burner accounts.
Hey, I mean,
You're gonna get there tonight. I'm just-
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
getting
could
that.
just like show people.
oh, sorry. I heard something else. Sorry. All right. Cut.
You could just show people, 70 people, watch them press the subscribe button.
I only know 2 people, and they're both in the room with me right now. I'm kidding. I'm gonna show everybody.
Yeah, show everybody, get them to watch. But thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Next week is college, which will be it'll be interesting. But hope you enjoyed. See you next week. Peace out.